Hello, and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Lastly, if you are interested in joining our community, we do have open slots ready and available. Be sure to reach out to me and let me know if you are interested, and we'd be more than happy to set you up and get you in on the action. Now, without further ado, go ahead and give us that recap, Sir Dresley.
Last time, group finally, with their new high-class duds, tried to talking to Baroness Viola to gain passage on this luxury cruise liner to begin their investigation. Took a little bit of finagling, but Dresley was able to convince the Baroness to allow them access to one of their rooms so they could partake on the voyage. Upon getting through security, Pyre and Sybil began to be escorted by the head of security to get around the airship. After which the main party, pretending to be Dresley's theater troupe, if I remember, that was the premise.
Yeah.
Made their way to the lower deck of the room, introducing themselves to Marquis Fairbrook III, Duchess, I do not remember the last name.
Duchess Esmerella Velcrest.
Esmeralda Velcrest. Made their way to the room which will be operating out of on this week-long trip. After sneaking around for a good chunk of time, managed to get some insight on Lord Ancrust? Hawthorne. That's Hawthorne.
Yeah.
As well as the captain of the vessel, which I honestly do not know if we ever got a name for.
You did. Lysander Vale.
Sander. I would feel worse about this if these names weren't complicated.
Well, I could have gone with Miss Peacock, but I think that would be too much on the nose. And then I'd have to talk like this. Yeah.
And Lenny was able to spy on Chief Engineer Binwick? Is that the right name?
Yes. Oh, dude, look at me having foresight. Yeah, there's a handout. Fuck yeah, thanks for the reminder. Here I was, just rewatching the VOD.
After discovering those insights, jeez, my brain. The first evening of the trip is coming towards an end, where Dresley was invited by the Baroness for a drink before a nightcap, or whatever they called it here. It wasn't a nightcap; it was something confusing. We had to figure out the name of it.
More or less a midnight drink in your PJs.
Right.
I think it was called Midnight Rest.
Yes, Midnight Rest. That was what it was called. And I believe we ended with Dresley meeting the Baroness for that, as well as Sybil just randomly showing up on the other side of the deck with someone else.
We're going to
Which-
redact this Sybil statement. I thought
Yeah,
they'd be
yeah.
back this week.
Yeah.
So as Sybil is walking by, they keep getting escorted away by the chief of the security here. Lenny, where are you hiding in this location? Because even though you are stealthing and you're invisible, I need to know, like, where are you placing yourself in this room? Now, imagine there is an open bar that people are self-serving at this location.
Okay. What would be in this left corner?
Like an open bar?
Okay.
So it's a U-shaped bar.
Yeah.
So no actual bartender, just kind of help yourself.
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of a
yeah.
bar?
There's this door over here that Hawthorne is looking out over the front of the ship ominously.
In that case, I don't want to be where somebody's likely to move to, stay away from the source of potential traffic, and come over to the opposite side and just look for like a standing table, the kind that people kind of have normally at bars where you could just stand and drink
High
your
top.
little drink. Yeah, there you go, high top.
Okay.
And just kind of like hunker down underneath that while I wait and watch.
So
I have to ask this: how much time do you have left on your invisibility? You went.
I was
around a
about to
lot.
ask that too, yeah.
so you've spent about 20 minutes invisible thus far.
Okay. Yeah, because I've checked like 2 doors real quick. Come upstairs, spooked.
Not Neesian, Barnabas.
Yeah. I saw Neesian and I was like, my mind went blank for a moment.
I gotcha, yeah.
And then that was mostly it. I just kind of came in here and followed Dresley as he was started to meet up for his nightcap.
So, let's say, you know how bars usually have like the top portion of it, but they also have like a footrest with the high chairs for people to sit on at the bars at that location?
Yeah.
But the chairs are upside down currently on this side because it's like shut down. So you're sitting on that little footrest stoop, which you fit underneath perfectly. Nobody would suspect, the average person hiding right there.
Like a little bridge troll plotting.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, excuse me. Sorry. As you've walked in, Dresley, the Baroness turns over to you wearing a silky smooth, pure white nightgown. It has a very, very fine looking smooth layer of this fresh, almost peach color sitting on top of the white underneath it that clings to her every curve. As she turns and looks over at you, you can see the jewelry still adorned to this gorgeous performer. And as she turns and looks over at you, Dresley, I would sadly like you to make me a charisma save.
Oh no. Darn it, I should have asked Barnabas for enhanceability. Again. I didn't think of it. That's a 10.
Dresley, you consider yourself a man of the people. You wholeheartedly understand the beauty of this person. And it would be disrespectful for you not to oogle a little bit. She clearly is enticing you with a very typical elvish look. But it is going to distract you from your goals.
I was afraid of that.
Good evening. How are you, my lord?
I'm quite well. And you, Baroness?
I am... fair enough.
I'd say the journey's just begun. What could have drawn your mood so quickly?
Oh, there hasn't been much of anything interesting happening on the ship so far. I was hoping that the first evening would be a bit more eventful. Climactic, maybe.
Can I, like, make myself a Manhattan while she
Oh,
says that?
absolutely. Yes, yeah. McLaren neat. And a tray of olives on the side. Do you have any idea how to make drinks, Stresley?
It would make sense. He was born in a crime family.
Okay.
And what better way to introduce your kids to the business, even at very little, than to make and serve drinks to the coming lords?
I would like a performance check then.
Am I close enough to give assistance?
Oh, you're
Because I would
downstairs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah. You and Barnabas are still downstairs. This was his midnight rendezvous with the Duchess. You guys trust Dresley to go up there and get information out of her.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm rolling dice.
13's not bad.
It's not bad, but I have a +6.
Now, Lenny, it's time to develop your character a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that was actually average-esque. So, would you say that you, as a character, are in situations like this often in your life?
Watching others when they don't know I'm around.
Voyeuristic, yes.
Okay. In certain means, maybe.
Okay.
His need to find information for his own use would definitely feed that urge to do this kind of stuff somewhat often.
Okay. And what would you say is his primary motivation at this point in time?
For this particular situation,
Yes.
he is kind of curious as to what these suspicious potential people might be doing when they believe no one is watching. It seems like even if they are within social settings, they might still be doing something, sending secretive messages, whatever. Something that, the typical person who's interacting with them might not notice. I'm
Okay.
specifically looking for that kind of stuff, subtleties.
All right, insight check.
Oh, Lenny, do you know Thieves' Camp?
I do.
So do I.
Nice.
And so does the Dutch. No, she hasn't used these yet at all.
Great.
2.
You can see where I got kicked out of the school.
You
I'm not very good
find
at-
your thing of popcorn and just keep.
There's some cracking going on. Is the lights breaking?
Yeah. Now, as this conversation continues, you give her her drink and her tray of olives as she takes out a toothpick and slowly starts eating them. You notice over in the corner Hawthorne's attention seems to be primarily forward at the helm of the ship, but he does continually move slightly, Dresley, as if he's still somewhat listening to the conversation at hand. Last time we were on this vessel, it was far more engaging at this point of the voyage.
Really?
Yes. See, we were having a dance party. It was very lovely, honestly. everybody swayed in the moonlight and dancing around the perimeter. There was even some 2-cent performer who was giving us their best rendition of famous songs. Lenny, you look over at Dresley, anticipating him to follow that line of questioning, but Dresley, unfortunately, your mind is not on that right now.
Am I able to follow that with that insight check?
I mean, if you want to break your stealth and ask her questions, feel free.
Oh, no.
You're more than welcome to. It's just, you got it.
Quite
dance.
odd. I wonder why they changed the no dancing tonight.
I think it's because it's such a late voyage, but that's just so disappointing. I'd much rather be dancing right now, of course. But, on the other hand, I am quite tired. It has been such a hectic few days, you know. Tell me, Dresley, did you hear anything about the last voyage while you were at their facility? Anything that would stand out to you? I need you to give me another charisma save, Dresley.
She's counter-spying me. Sorry, there's an ability showing up when I click on this thing called Blanket Cold Advantage. I have no idea what that is.
Fuck it, Blanket Cold.
I don't know what that is.
Cover the room in frost.
Yeah.
Because you have a blanket in your inventory, you have a winter blanket. It now adds that as a chance to roll advantage.
Oh,
It's
that's
a very
awesome.
good thing.
They programmed that, but I can't adjust my
Yes.
NPC sheets proficiency bonuses.
Yes,
Or
but,
my spells.
yes, but you do
Natural
automatically
one.
get questioned about blankets. These aren't charm effects, are they? 'Cause aren't
Are
you an
these-
elf?
Magical charm? I would never.
Can-
These are
can I-
hormones.
Okay, that's still kind of a charm thing, but yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to save Dresley for
I
himself.
understand. Lenny, what were you asking?
Can I kind of tell how Dresley's doing right now?
Unfortunately, with that natural 1, or sorry, that 2 insight, it's kind of rough.
He is
Alright.
squirming a little, but it's weird.
Yeah. This
I
must
kinda
be
just
his
think to
game.
myself-
This is like a movie. It's a noir. It's
Yeah. This is an unusual tactic Dresley's using. Let's see how it works out.
I have an idea
yeah.
that I think feeds into this natural one.
Okay.
I can talk about what I've told her, but can I also like put myself in even worse position to be charmed by her by asking her to dance?
You can, but like, are you not going to answer the lady's questions?
I am. I was just going to like say it's like, yes, I have. I'd be more. No, that's too suave. That puts in my control. I got a natural 1.
Yeah.
I did hear. I did hear there was some commotion, some kerfuffle, someone they were supposed to be guarding going on about the last voyage.
Oh. Well, please do elaborate on this. Lenny, you do get another insight check at this point.
Alrighty.
That's a good question. I didn't notice Lenny was here, right?
No.
No,
The popcorn's
everybody-
just going. Like, it's so good for you.
I think
Was
everybody
I-
except you know that I'm invisible now.
I was just about to ask, do I know that Lenny has been turning himself invisible? I don't remember because we met up before.
'Cause-
You do, because I complained about him when we all met back up at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then I would like to try something.
Okay.
course, Baroness. But I'm not one to kiss and tell, if you would be so kind for answers with a dance.
I suppose a nice evening's dance is warranted.
And while we are dancing, I'm going to attempt to thieves' cant with my feet. It's like, Lenny, are you out here? I need help.
Perception check, Lenny.
Alrighty. I love this. I've made my character so good at subterfuge, except he's horrible at receiving information.
21!
Hey!
Okay. Either he does not know how to do a typical waltz, or he is sending an encrypted message. What is it? SOS?
Save our... Or, no, it's Faye in... No, it's an FIS. Or, no. FI8.
Okay. So what are you trying to convey to him? Faye in horror. Oh no.
No, that's...
Faye is horror. I gotcha.
Okay. I was like, Letty might know what that means, but Monk does not. Okay. I do have Eddie with me, just in case I need him. I'll have to wait and see what exactly you might need help with, or how I might be able to potentially help as you start to dance. Did she bring anything in here with her?
No, just her gown and her jewelry.
Did she ever have any particular specific servant that has been kind of trailing after her as she's walked around?
She's utilized security at various locations. While she was inside, she had the general security. When she was coming up here, she had your entourage as security. Or Dresley's entourage as security.
Okay. Last question. Would there be any potential way of communicating without, like, that by touch with Thieves' Cant? Like a certain number of taps on a certain body part, elbow, something like that.
Very simple communicate, like 2 or 3 word communications that are very simple.
Okay.
Thieves' Cant is meant to be able to convey like needed information that they can infer less than it is a typical language. Like,
Right.
yes, I'll be over at the 3rd dock. Usually symbolizes the number 3 is useful for something important. It's like that.
I will send Eddie to float on over to Dresley and quickly tap his back, as a Dresley's actually medium-sized, and just kind of do a quick little like message of confusion to kind of convey the fact that I am not sure exactly what he might want me to do if he has anything.
So Eddie taps "da fuck."
I just realized something I can do here. While we're dancing, I am going to burn Channel Divinity and Divine Sense. See if I can sense an undead within 60 feet of me.
Ooh.
Which this is the area that he got that ping of necromancy.
It is.
You know what I need? I need you to roll me a percentile die. You don't sense any undead nearby. However, there is a very subtle magical enhancement that you can sense You know the location. You can sense Hawthorne's chest is consecrated.
Wait, so it specifies object, so I know if that's an object.
It is his chest is consecrated. She'll look over at you. Do you enjoy the perfume? It's not very kind to just blatantly sniff a lady. Another charisma save, Dresley.
Much better.
At this point,
Can
what were you
I
saying?
make like a survival check to tell what kind of perfume it is? Or would that be nature?
That would be nature.
Just with Musk and got access to.
Much better, 18.
This is one of your favorite one from Lacey's. It is called Noir Blanc.
Give me Baroness. I have a weakness to Noir Blanc.
And you also notice at this point in time, Dresley, because of your ego, that you're getting played by her. She started treating you too childish-like. And that is something that your self-confidence doesn't allow you to deal with well. There's dancing.
They are, okay.
So I must say, Baroness, I am quite surprised that you would return to the same vessel that had such a interesting development on it. Not even a week prior?
Whatever do you mean?
Well, you're asking me all about what was going on at the guild hall. And asking me about what I've heard about this ship, but someone who is already on the ship when it occurred, surely you would have already heard.
Well, that's because I don't consider what transpired as anything interesting.
Really? A young lady of the arts disappearing while you yourself were not even looked at. I find that hard to believe.
Ooh, insight check.
Do I get advantage because I poked her vanity?
No. You finally have opportunity. As soon as you say that, you can see the smooth, perfect demeanor that she always has begins breaking, and you and Lenny both notice it simultaneously, this rage inside of her. You mean that talentless hack, she's completely irrelevant. Trying to express what arts is. Art is opera. Arts is dancing. It is not whatever the hell she was doing.
Arts change with the era and the practitioners. Baroness, forgive me. I'm afraid as long as there's always room for the foundation and the classics. But if you're not capable of stepping in toe the needs of the masses, I'm afraid that always will be the niche of upper society.
The masses don't need her. And then she begins storming off. You can check that as a clear check on Calloway. She has a rage towards that other performer. No loss, no quarrel with her being gone.
Well, I didn't completely screw myself.
Yep.
I'm glad we realized that because I was about to make Eddie tripper while dancing to try to even out the social status, embarrass her a little.
Thank you.
While she's
Whoa,
running away, do
okay,
I
there's a
notice-
lot of background noise for somebody. Is there, Sorry, I couldn't hear anybody. What'd you say? Lenny can go first. Lenny?
Oh no, I was just saying that if we hadn't kind of realized that while you were dancing, I was going to try to use Eddie to make her trip and fall a little bit and slightly embarrass her, kind of help even out the social interaction a bit, as she seems to be dominating most of it. But yeah, as she walks away, I'll have Eddie get out of her way to not disrupt her further.
To not trip her. Okay.
Yeah, she's already a little peeved. I don't want to make it worse.
Right. She might be a murderer. I mean, go on, Dressley.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask, while she's running away, can I check at Hawthorne to see his reaction to all this?
Perception check. Insight now. He definitely took note of the conversation. Maybe this is something you can bring up to him later on. But you're not sure what it means. His eye patch eye that was looking in your direction makes it a little difficult for you really to know what he was thinking. But anyways, down below, go on.
I was just gonna say before I return to the group, I'll just take like a couple minutes while I still have my divine sense and just do a quick one-over of the cabins.
Oh, they did change divine sense to be 10-minute. Yeah. Honestly, I like that change to divine sense a lot. Instead of it being a momentary bloop. You look around and there's nothing else that it would be picking up out of all of this. But below deck, Durin and Barnabas currently playing. What did you offer to play, Barnabas?
Cribbage.
Cribbage. With the two of you currently possibly playing cribbage or Go Fish. I don't know. You do hear the sounds of a hefty footstep and a slamming of a door across the hall from you.
Weird.
I don't think Dresley's date went well.
Oh, that's too bad.
Want to help me get another dwarf drunk?
Oh, hell yeah.
I have a feeling that Captain knows more than he let me on, and I think if you get him messed up, he'll tell some more information.
We can interrogate the captain over some captain.
I was just waiting for the upper crust to leave the bar, and I'm going to go upstairs and hope maybe the captain's up there.
All right. Allow me to move the two of you over there. Dresley, as you're getting done your check of Hawthorne, you and Lenny see Durin and Barnabas walk upstairs.
How'd your
whisper.
day go, Dresley?
Let's just say there's no love loss in the barrenness of what happened last week.
Lenny, where'd you get the popcorn?
Durin is the only one that can hear you crunching on it in the corner. Look at his passive.
Periodically, you just see a kernel pop out of nowhere and fall on the ground.
Yeah, so Durin looks directly at Lenny's invisible self.
I wave.
Wait, if you actually have popcorn, the popcorn wouldn't be invisible, just popcorn floating under this bar stool.
You see a piece of popcorn suddenly get chewed.
But yeah, you were asked the question, Lenny.
I'll kind of speak up as we're. Well, Hawthorne is still there. I'll kind of whisper as I come over to Durin, so I don't whisper beyond Barnabas, and say, she seems to be most definitely hiding something, if at least her opinion of the missing party. But to be honest, I've had my suspicions of her since the beginning. Very simple for her to get rid of a potential rival in the music industry.
So, you do mark that down as a check on the Baroness.
Okay, but it's supposed to tell me where you got the fucking popcorn.
Is that the same check on the Baroness or a second one?
That's a second check.
Okay, so we have 2 checks on the Baroness now.
Yes.
I will then give you the rest of my popcorn.
Hells yeah.
Nothing
So
better than
cheers.
bar popcorn.
Any port in the storm, baby.
Durin and Dresley. The two of you hear a click click happen. As you look out front and you see Hawthorne is holding up a revolver.
Towards us.
No, his back is still to you.
Good?
Given my the military vibe I got from him early, can I try to from the porthole? Can I tell what he is getting triggered by?
Insight check him.
That's
14. Something caused him to want to be at the ready. Like, he's exceptionally alert to something. You also notice that his hand has left his chest for the first time since you've seen him.
Do I feel like he can tell that I'm here?
Insight check him.
and
You say guidance?
yes.
You can add a d4.
22.
You don't suspect that he can sense you're there. However, his attention is definitely on something out beyond in the sky.
I will quickly have. I'll reach over and kind of like do the quick little thieves' cant on Dresley's arm. Kind of notify him there's attention to the front of the ship, like look forward or something like that, and then I will start moving forward myself to get a better look.
I will actually respond to your thieves' cant, and like,
The only thing I can kind of think of is whenever we first.
Barnabas, you have your focus, right?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna tell him to get the weapons, but if you're already prepped, then that's good.
Well, that brain wasn't
Let's.
good with.
There's a deck above us, right? That would have a better view.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Let's go upstairs. Something's going on.
All right. I'll put Lenny. Are you following them upstairs?
Yeah, I'll follow.
All right, everyone group together so I can easily move you at the same time. Stop moving. Here we are. So, everyone, you make it to the top deck, where you can see Rosie is currently sitting over here mopping the poop deck. And the captain is currently whistling a jaunty tune right now.
Now that we have the open skies at our call, do any of us see anything that would have triggered Hawthorne?
Perception check. If you do not have dark vision, you have disadvantage. But I think you four have the dark vision? 20, 21, 18, 21.
It's the best rolls we're getting in the last few sessions.
That's pretty big. You look out there. Lenny and Barnabas see something, but I'm first going to go over what Durin and Dresley hear. The sounds of cawing. The sounds of... It's almost like a dull metal striking against leather. Off in the distance. Barnabas and Lenny. The two of you can make out the shape of large birds in the distance, high above your heads, that are currently entangled with one another. Based off the sounds, it is definitely some type of attack taking place. And all four of you notice this bundle of flying animals crashing down on top of the ship.
Courtney.
And we're too. It's just close enough that we can't go get our stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have my armor.
You felt bad about him.
Oh boy. Oh gosh.
Alrighty, everybody, it's time to roll some initiatives.
I don't have my armor. I don't have my longsword. Oh no.
I'm pretty sure I don't have my... Oh no, I did cast... Would my quarterstaff still be illusioned as a walking stick?
Yeah.
Okay. So at least I have my arcane focus.
Ooh, Wyvern rolled good.
Would I get advantage as I am invisible?
Yes.
Okay.
Alrighty, is that everybody? Lenny, you're first up. You watch as these two giant eagles, gripping onto the wings of a wyvern, come crashing down on top of the ship, and immediately, as if out of instinct, they start freaking out at this gargantuan flying creature they're on, and they turn and look at even more food. You. What would you like to do?
Okay. Between the three creatures, do any of them seem to be any more injured than the rest?
It looks like their injuries are superficial at this moment.
Okay. Let's see here. Out of everybody, who has their equipment?
I do.
I have my knife. I don't have my armor. I don't have my sword.
Okay. Durin has his equipment. Dresley has a knife.
Barnabas?
I have my necklace that'll keep me from dying, but and my boots.
I currently have nothing but a fancy bracelet. Because I don't think Letty knows what that is.
Nope.
So.
No, it's just a nice bracelet. Okay. Let's see here. What do I have on me? Well, I am going to. How many do I have? I have 2. Okay. I am going to pull out a dagger and stick it into Barnabas's hand. That's the only weapon that I have, unfortunately. Trying to get you equipped somewhat. And then I am going to step into the middle of the group to make it at least seem like maybe I was with you guys the whole time, but I'm small, nobody noticed.
Haha.
And then I will come out.
Sorry.
And these creatures are all on the deck, correct?
That is correct.
Alrighty. There we go. I'm going to step forward. I gotta get closer. No, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna get closer here after I have kind of revealed myself, stopping my concentration, and cast color spray on all 3 of them.
Ooh, con saves, right?
Yes.
All right. Wyvern first.
Oops.
Wyvern is blinded by the spray. First eagle is not blind.
Alrighty.
Second eagle is not blind. You can't blind bald eagles.
Alrighty. Well, at least the one who was closest to me is blind, so I'm going to step back and then bonus action cast Minor Illusion to make myself look like a pile of cannonballs. That is my turn.
Alrighty. The wyvern is... Oh, damn. So blind-ass wyvern is going to start trying to flail about hectically and attack things within its way.
So the eagles.
Well, I mean, there was somebody who literally threw pepper spray in its face. But no. The flavor of the eagles and the wyvern was just to justify why they're all here. So, it's going to move over here. It's going to attempt to bite you, Lenny, at disadvantage.
Okay.
Bite. 12 to hit.
Oh, that does not hit.
Okay. And
Just
then
barely.
it's going to whip out with its stinger.
Oh, thank God.
11. As the stinger stabs into the railing of the boards, and you see this poison dripping down right in front of you.
I'm very, very audibly like yelping and yipping when I see these attacks coming at me.
Now it gets a con save at the end of its turn.
I believe it's just for 1 turn. Yeah, until the end of my next turn.
Oh, perfect then. Durin.
Yeah, first level spell.
Nice.
Alrighty. I am going to cast a spell and call lightning.
Jeez.
She's like,
I guess.
2 eagles.
What did freedom
Actually,
ever
I'd
do
call
to
it-
you?
Actually, I can call it here, and since the wyvern's still within 5 feet of that,
Yeah.
it'll hit. So, all 3
Yeah.
of them.
Dex saves. By the people, for the people. Eagle.
Eagle.
Fail, fail, fail. 19, 19,
5,
19.
5, 5.
Yeah, right? Nice.
And then I will move back a bit.
Alrighty.
I just remembered we all turned our weapons over, so I don't have my daggers. So
Oh,
I
no.
I did not give Barnabas a dagger.
That is fine.
Barnabas, you're without dagger. Dresley.
All right. I'm gonna move up to the wyvern. I'm gonna try to slash at it with my dagger.
Dab. It's a piercing weapon.
You have advantage. It's blind.
Oh, right.
Just because you know. You know. 26 hits.
Right, and I guess I get sneak attack because Barnabas and blind.
Yeah.
That's 9. I'm also going to pump in a thunderous smite. It's my bonus action because it works on hit, not before. DC 14, strength.
Eh.
Oh no.
That succeeds.
It still takes half damage from that smite.
Wow. And I'm going to
Half of 2 is
activate-
1.
I'm going to, as a free action, activate Inspiring Smite to give us all temporary hit points, to give people temporary hit points. My last channel divinity of the day.
Nice. How many temp HPs?
It's not +6. It's plus my paladin level, so it's +4.
Well, it's 2d8 plus 4.
Oh yeah, so
So
18.
18.
Oh,
I
wow.
can divide that. I can divide that amongst
Oh.
all of us.
Okay, yeah, it's not all of you get 18. I was about to say, that's like a whole less Lenny.
Yeah.
Or practically a Lenny.
All right. Everyone get 4 temporary hit points. I guess I get. Yeah, everyone got 4 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Little buffer.
Alrighty. All done?
Yep, that's everything.
Barnabas.
I'm assuming I can squeeze by Lenny.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to get over here just to make sure that the eagles can't get to him.
Boom, boom,
Um,
boom, 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 boom.
As my action, I will activate my bracelet, which is my armor of donning and doffing, which I said I put on since they made us disarm everything.
Yep.
And then as my bonus action, I will cast Blade Ward on myself.
Hell yeah. You just
So
get
that's my
super
turn.
spiky. So, you all hear from below deck, Hawthorne fires off his gun, where you can see the large spark of light that emanates into the air. Based off of previous perceptions, you all look into the air, and there's a good another 4 eagles dive bombing on top of the ship. They're not here yet, but they're going to be here next turn.
Oh, I don't know if this matters, but Thunderous might also send out a thunder sound up to 300 feet away. I don't know if
Yeah.
that matters.
Oh, everyone's aware now. Eagle is going to fly over here. Eagle is going to fly over here. Barnabas, you're getting attacked by the first eagle.
Okay.
It's going to...
Wait, could I just realized, could I have nicked with 1 dagger?
You need it in an offhand.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah. 22 to hit, Barnabas?
Yeah, I can't even drop that with Blade Ward.
9 piercing. Doesn't something happen to them as well?
No, because I don't have my armor on. I don't have my normal armor on because they disarmed us and took everything from us.
So you're using the...
I'm using my backup, which is the old armor of Donner and Doffing that we found on our bodies.
I gotcha.
So, yeah, otherwise, yes, I would have. But, and then I need to make a
Con save.
concentration save. Alright, I passed my con save.
Then 21 to hit.
If I roll unless I roll a 4.
Let's
Ha-ha!
go.
Nice.
Fortunately, with Sir Quax-a-Lot, training with him in the early days, you've learned how to deal with the talons.
Yes. I know all about pecking.
Dresley is getting attacked now. Holy fuck! 23 to
That's
hit.
3 18s? Yeah, that hits.
8 piercing. Alright, Tim,
nice.
thank you for paying the devs for me. That'll be 9 slashing. Ooh. Lenny.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Am I small enough to be able to pass through another person, another object, or creature?
Yes.
even if they're an enemy.
So long as it's a size category larger than you, yes.
Okay, everything's a size category larger than me, so that's perfect.
Yes. Perks of
Um,
being small.
let's see here. What would be the best position to do this under? I gotta save that one. It's 5-foot radius. All right. I'm going to give this a try. I am going to cast Sleep centered on these two.
Ooh.
They changed how sleep worked, right? It's not an
Yes.
pool of
It's
HP
incapacitated
It is.
one turn, and then it falls asleep if they fail a second time.
Yeah, it's got stages to it now.
Yeah.
But now it's also a save rather than hit points.
Which
Yeah.
is
Which mean-
so
which-
much better.
Yeah, because it's
Yes.
actually useful past level 2 or 3 now.
Yeah.
It is
Hey
also
now,
con-
I kept using
Nice.
sleep to level 5.
Okay, fine. Still.
it
Nice.
is also concentration, so I am concentrating on it.
Nice.
Nice.
All
me a
right,
second.
Roll for the eagle.
Yeah, perfect.
No, I rolled 6-9.
Yeah.
They are both incapacitated next turn.
I don't like being cornered in here, especially with that wyvern and his big spiky tail. So I'm gonna try to move past him.
Incapacitated means they don't get attack of opportunities.
Right.
And Eagle does not have 10-foot reach.
Actually, why am I running further? I'm gonna go up the stairs past Ern and run up here.
You see the first mate is currently loading up a musket.
I kind of nod at him and point my walking stick at the creatures and say, "Don't target those. Go for the one in the back."
Got it. Wyvern's turn. Is it at the end of its turn it gets another save? Let's read this.
Yeah, let's see.
At the end of its next turn is incapacitated, at which point it repeats the save.
Yeah.
Oh, he eepy.
Nice.
So what is the sleep symbol now? Sleepy. Durin.
Alright, so don't attack these two.
Oh, at least the wyvern's asleep.
So yes, attack the wyvern. Or...
It's up to you.
All right, call lightning, going here, getting this eagle and the wyvern.
Now, Durin, I will
Dexterity
remind you,
save.
Hawthorne told you there's 4 more, or he fired and you saw 4 more are coming.
Yeah, I got 10 turns and shit.
Okay. So dex save on the incapacitated sleeping wyvern. It failed. Then the eagle. Oh, that is some
Dead bird.
fried chicken.
All right. The spell ends on both of them.
It didn't hit the other eagle. It only hit the bottom eagle. Which eagle did you sleep? I thought you slept the
He
top
said the
eagle.
top eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got these two.
He called lightning the bottom eagle and the wyvern, not the top eagle and the
So
wyvern.
the top
Oh,
eagle
okay.
still asleep.
Yeah.
Or still incapacitated.
Although honestly, if I had gone for the top eagle, it wouldn't have made that much difference.
Yeah.
True, you would have killed it anyways.
Yeah.
Alrighty. All done, Durin?
Yeah.
Dresley.
Bonus action, divine favor on myself. Give myself a little more damage.
Ah. Divine flavor.
Gonna move over here. I'm gonna stab at the wyvern.
Oh yeah, let me put Sleepy on.
Does it wake up from the lightning bolt, or is it still asleep?
Yeah, as soon as it fell asleep, it just got fried, and now it's awake again. That'll hit.
17. All right, perfect. Got sneak attack because Barnabas is right there, and I also have divine favor.
Uh-huh.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
We like 15.
That's all I got, unfortunately.
Barnabas.
Is there anything that would act as like a club nearby, like the thing they use to shove down the gunpowder on the cannons or something?
You know what? Perception check. I'll say DC 12 for you to find an improvised club.
Oh, ignore the guidance. 14.
14 will do it. Yeah, you see one of those things. Now, the cannons look operational, of course, but that'll do.
All right, I'm gonna catch Shillelagh,
Shillelagh.
wrap it up with thorns, and then I'm gonna smack the wyvern in the face.
So is only my head canon every time a druid casts Shillelagh, they actually sing Shillelagh?
No,
then
it's
comes-
mine too.
Okay.
Shillelagh! I don't have mounted strike advantage, which is unfortunate.
Ooh. 15 will hit the wyvern.
For 12.
Nice. All done?
Yes.
Y'all are really bullying this wyvern.
I
That
don't think anybody wants to get stung.
I'm just
I
gonna.
want wyvern coat.
I want me some fried fucking eagle.
That eagle is now asleep. However, more birds are falling down on top of you all. One is on the captain, the only man who knows how to fly the ship, other than Barnabas.
Can we see the captain from, or is it getting blocked by the mast?
It's getting blocked probably by the mast. But you
Gotcha.
you saw the dive bombing giant fucking eagle heading to where he stands. Lenny.
All right. This Misty Step wand can only be used once a day, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Is that an action to use, I'm assuming? A magic action?
Bonus action.
It is a magic action, but it is a bonus action.
So we
As
use
per
two.
the spell. It does
So if you-
require your magic action, though.
So it would consume both actions.
No, it uses a bonus action, but it uses a magic action to do so.
Okay.
It's the same
So
mechanic
you-
as casting the Misty Step spell.
Okay. Okay.
So it means you can't do a leveled first action spell after that.
Right.
Technically, he
Not
can
the way the
because
new
wand-
rules work, because the wands cast a leveled spell.
But it doesn't consume a spell slot, which is how the words are written.
Yes, but magic items now work like this in the DMG. They made it much
Oh, okay,
easier.
okay.
Yeah.
When it replicates a spell, counts as using your magic action cast a spell that does use a spell level.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use that bonus action to do that one Misty Step to get away from this eagle.
Woo!
As I will pop up on the stairs over here. I am how far away from the captain? That's a cone. Ignore that.
Am I
I'm
cone
about-
of cold away?
Yeah, exactly. 55 feet. What is the range on this? No, I went to spells. There we go. 60 feet. Perfect. I'm going to mind sliver that eagle down there by the captain. I don't want him getting too distracted while he's trying to steer the ship.
Does Mind Sliver require a certain level of intelligence?
Ooh. Let me double check.
I don't think it does.
No. No, it doesn't.
Okay, fine then. Yeah. I had
Yeah.
to be sure.
No, that's all right. It just makes it easier for me to get them with it.
It is a valid question if you could be dumb enough to not be affected by psychic
There are
damage.
certain
Right.
enchantment
Oh,
spells
even
that
then,
specifically say that.
A
Definitely.
dirty 2.
All right, so it takes 4 psychic damage and then has the 1d4 subtraction from its next saving throw.
Perfect.
Hopefully the captain can do something to it. Bonus action, I already used it. That's my turn.
All right, Wyvern. It is not blind. It is not incapacitated. It can fight finally. Fuck this spiky guy. 17 to hit.
No, that'll miss automatically.
You don't have a shield. You're not calculating with a shield,
yeah,
right?
I have 17 right now. Never mind, because I don't have a shield equipped. But I'll miss. I can't fail the blade ward for that
Yeah.
because I am wearing splint armor.
And then the stinger is going after you, Dresley. 16? Without
that'll
armor.
hit.
Alrighty. I need you to roll me a DC 15 con save.
Oh, that's a lot of poison damage.
Yeah, it is.
I got 3 6s and 3 1s, so average.
.2.
Oh, thank God. So half that poison damage. 12 piercing and 11 poison.
Well, piercing and 11 poison.
Yep.
So 23.
Yep. Durin.
Alright, I'm gonna call lightning right here. Get the eagle and the wyvern.
Eagle Wyvern.
Eagle Wyvern.
Wyvern. Fail. Eagle.
Oh, and just to
Eagle.
clarify, it's not storming out already, right?
No, it wasn't storming out already. But it
Alright,
was an
making
open
sure.
sky, so you have...
If it's
Oh, I
already
did not
you
say
get
for
an
the
extra
spell.
D10 of damage.
Very interesting, but
Alrighty. Yeah, I gotcha. How much damage was that?
13, I
Ooh.
think. Yeah.
Well, Wyvern's looking really, really hurt. And the eagle is bloodied. See, I don't like that. Bloodied to me should be like on death's bed. It's hurt.
It should at the very least be like a quarter
Yeah.
left.
Yeah. Bloodied means mine, go for it, you know? Like, bloodied should entice every rogue and paladin to try to just fucking get them. Alright, Durin, anything else for us?
No, that also requires a magic action, so can't really do anything else.
Yep.
Dresley, step 5 feet to the right.
Take attack of opportunity from the eagle, though.
Oh, well, then never mind.
Just that one.
I'm just scared.
It's just a little nibble.
Are you going to take the attack of op?
I mean, I haven't.
It's going for the nib.
Well, by virtue of that,
Oh,
I blame you, Barnabas.
that's not a little nibble.
9 piercing.
That's
My
a very
fault.
low crit.
That was a very low crit. Actually, slightly below average. Alright, Dresley, go
Sorry,
ahead.
that's my fault. I take credit for that.
You're the cleric. You'll heal him maybe. Maybe.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to give myself 20 hit points. And then I'm gonna attack the wyvern. Oh wait, I need to make a con save for divine favor again because of the stupid thing. Well, there goes divine favor.
That screwed you.
Why? No one's gonna notice I just picked up this knife from dinner.
These servants are suddenly casting all crazy kinds of spells.
Hey, with my sleight of hand, they're not gonna find a knife on me.
I'm more concerned that you're wearing your PJs and you're going to be able to hide your knife.
I mean, I hid my knife on my date.
Here's a packet.
Sit down, sir. No.
Wait, does that mean his attacks get an additional poison damage?
Roll for dysentery.
He's got a
Oh,
chance to
17. Who are you
disease.
hitting?
Max damage on the wyvern.
Ooh, now it is bloodied, by my definition.
I wish I could pump something else into that, but I can't.
You can pump up the jam.
Pump up the jam.
That's my turn.
Dance,
That's
dance.
everything.
Barnabas.
Alright, I'll sidestep 5 feet to the right.
Mm-hmm.
I will cast Healing Word on Dresley.
Mm.
It's my bonus action.
What is said word?
Grow, because it's all about the green man helping you grow.
Aw.
But I'll give you 9 hit points back. And then I will utter the word burn, and a small reenactment of the flames that killed all of us burst out in a 5-foot radius and hit anything I choose for 6 damage for the con save of 15.
Ooh.
It's always a. I usually go with bird. Bird! What? You said con save?
Yeah, it's con save.
Eagle left. Eagle right. Wyvern. So Eagle right succeeds.
Okay, so he
However-
takes no damage because it's a cantrip.
Describe how you kill the wyvern.
Yeah, as I said, as I utter the word burn, just for those of you that were there, just a small remnant in a 5-foot reenaction of the fire that killed us all burrows out of Barnabas and just burns the wyvern to the ground.
As it smolders, much like many of you did that fateful
Oh,
day. All done, Barnabas?
Yes.
Well, needless to say, you just pulled aggro from the birds.
Yeah, it's fine.
Except this one. That one's sleepy.
That one's still asleep. Yeah.
He's sleepy. He's sleepy.
It's only 5 feet, so.
Having turkey
Alright.
tonight.
So, actually, this I want to do secretly.
Nobody notices when Captain Lysander jumps on the giant eagle's neck with giant teeth and sucks all the blood out of it.
Oh, that's
It lies
Saturday.
I know it is. Only I don't know it is. Everyone I think but me knows it is.
The captain just pulls a crocodile
He
Dundee.
missed! Wow.
Sticks his
Wait, what
pinky
are
and
the
index
misses?
finger out at it.
Yeah, he missed. Damn. Alrighty. And then for the first mate.
I finally loaded that musket.
Holy fuck! Anybody watching the
Rolled a
stream?
crit.
Yeah. So Durin, because you're standing right there, you see. Actually, I'm gonna turn off that. Durin, you watch as Rosie takes the musket, finally loaded, and the eagle looks over at him, and he just, instead of like shouldering and aiming properly, he just shoves the bayonet into the eagle's throat and shoots into it. That's a dead
Holy
fucking eagle.
shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of parts of a dead fucking
ED12?
eagle.
Yeah, plus his modifiers and other things that he has.
We need to steal this gun for Pyre.
Durin, you are covered in eagle blood and gore right now. As well, have you ever seen what a musket shot does to a human being?
Yeah, no, I have.
Yeah. The early 2000s on the internet was a dark time. Anyways,
You put anything on YouTube.
yeah. This one's gonna attack
Live leak was a
Lysander.
thing.
Yeah. So, Beak Talon. Oh, not a fighting chance. This one over here is going after Barnabas, and, well, Barnabas, you did finally aggro the birds. Beak.
My job right now.
I think
Is that the
Barnabas
only one
would
with
always
armor?
aggro birds because he's a scarecrow.
That'll be 11 piercing from the one beak attack.
Like, just because he was a body left out in the field one day.
All right, Lenny.
right.
You also saw that horrendous act that Rosie just did.
Yeah, Lenny's sitting there sticking his quarterstaff out towards the eagle by the captain, and it's just like gawking at the first mate, like, good God. Gives him a thumbs up and then starts running down the stairs a little. Get away from that guy a little. I am going to cast Mind Sliver at the eagle by the captain again.
And it has a minus D4, so roll that D4. Oh my god. I feel so bad for it. Can't possibly. Well, it looks like it has a minus D4 again.
9 psychic damage.
The dumber the creature, the better Mind Sliver. Oh, you kill it.
Perfect.
You fry the eagle's brain.
I am then going to... You know what? I'm going to go ahead and stick Dresley with a minor illusion and make it look like he is standing in a barrel. Try to give him at least some semblance of cover.
You'll give him
So you're telling
half
me
cover.
I'm a
Yeah,
1930s banker.
Yes.
that'll be my turn.
Wyvern is dead. Let me remove that shit. Durin.
Okay, so firing it here?
Yeah. Eagle. Eagle.
No. Also no. 23 points of damage.
Oh, those are 2 dead birds. Leaving just the
Can I-
last sleeping bird.
Since it's asleep, can I just
Everybody
go up
should
and
stop
just
this fucker.
bleed it?
Let's see if you can, Dresley. You have advantage. And you auto crit within 5 feet. Hey, look at that crit.
So that's it's -5 is 9, so 18 plus 5. It's dead.
How do you want to do this?
I'm just gonna go up. I'm gonna be like real fancy because I feel bad, angry that Barnabas stole my wyvern kill. I just slide down towards the eagle that's ring. I jump over it while I have my blade hooked on the opposite side. And I do a cartwheel and I carve the entire neck of it.
The most ostentatious murder of a sleeping target any of you have ever seen. And based off of backstories, Lenny is the only one of you who may have seen sleeping targets get murdered. Just
I think this eagle is the first kill that I've ever actually received. I'm sitting there heavy breathing.
I'm also hiding my knife immediately.
all right. Go ahead, sleight of hand that, and we are going to go on our break. Everybody, be right back.
I think I upgraded myself at the wall. I think whip.
So, everyone, as you have successfully slayed the numerous flying birds, you hear from below deck very hurried footsteps, as first the chief of security comes charging upstairs, wielding his rapier and flintlock pistol as he looks over at all of you, looking at the death, and sees Dresley trying to slide the dagger between his butt cheeks. Where did you get that?
Is he talking about my dagger?
He holds his hand out for it immediately.
I spin it around and hand it to him.
He snatches it aggressively. Captain! Captain! Oh, we're doing all right. We're perfectly fine. Luckily, these, fine young men helped us out a lot. You're well, Captain? I am. Only the one bird attacked me, but they took care of it fairly well. Rosie, how are you? Rosie looks over at you, Durin, equally covered in blood and gore. Doing great, Captain. All right, we're good. What the hell happened? He goes over to you, Barnabas, noticing now you're wearing armor.
It appears that Wyvern and some eagles were in a fight, and they decided to land on your deck and extend it here. Seems like bad luck more than anything.
Where the hell did you get this armor from? And he grabs and, like, pulls you closer to him.
What? It's just armor. It's not going to hurt anyone. And I'll engage the doff portion of it.
It slips away back into your bracelet. All right, Chief. Everything's fine. These young men all helped us. He puts a hand on his elbow, because that's, above his head. It's a half-orc and a dwarf, Thank you for the assistance there. What was your name again?
I'm Barnabas.
Thank you. And he'll shake your hand. Thank you as well, little guy. Oh.
Yeah, so of course, Captain, and we'll kind of just do a little bow at him.
Yeah. A moment later, you all hear very heavy breathing. I'm here. What happened? Durin recognized Gavrin immediately.
Hey,
Who are you?
Darren.
Okay. Why'd you say, oh, hey, like you know me?
I think I saw you before.
What? No. I've been holed up the entire time.
Oh. Weird.
Stomp on Durin's foot.
Will be a deception check, Durin. Well, Captain, there's not too much damage to the... What the hell are these burn marks? Was there an electric fire? Wait, there's no electric up here.
Yeah, and I'm just waving the clouds away.
Lightning dispersing into all directions.
Probably something the Wyvern did.
All right, Barnabas, deception. With advantage, Durin helped. Oh, let's go. We love 22.
That 20.
A lightning wyvern? Well, we're not anywhere near high enough in the north for something like that. It's only in the greater greater country that they do that. Oh. If they're migrating down this time of year, that could be bad for our trajectory. Captain, we might have to take it. We're not taking any other detours. But Captain, if they're migrating down, we're not taking any other detours. This was a fluke. Gavin looks over at you, Barnabas. Did you know a fluke is the most popular type of fish in the ocean?
I was not aware of that. I've dealt more with crops than fishing, I'm afraid.
I can't talk to you. And he just walks away. Rosie walks down the stairs. During charisma save.
Where is it? Saving throw. 14.
You're not that startled as you see the bloodied musket move past your eyes. He doesn't make a single sound when he moves past you, though.
Oh, Lenny dropped in game.
No! Lenny!
Just in game. I'm still here.
Okay. Yes, Captain, it, I'm sorry I couldn't get to you a little bit faster there. I wish I could have, but thankfully we had these, very good individuals helping us out. And, of course, there's, a little matter downstairs currently. What matter would that be? Hawthorne, sir. What? He goes taking off running downstairs.
Can I try to take my... Oh, this is the captain, not the chief.
Yep. As the captain is running down, the first mate will smile at everybody else, and then you see Brandis start hurrying down there as well.
I'm gonna follow.
While he's running, can I try to get my knife back?
All right, Barnabas, let me move you. Sleight of hand.
Do I have advantage because he's distracted?
No, you have opportunity because he's distracted.
Okay.
I guess you're not.
Who else said they were going down?
I did.
All right.
15.
Dresley, you very easily slip the dagger out from his back pocket, and you see Rosie watches you do it, and his gaze drifts from your hand to the dagger, up to your eyes, and then away from you. He clearly noticed.
Do I get the sense he's turning a blind eye because we helped?
That might be his motive here. Durin and Barnabas, as the two of you get downstairs, you look inside of that chamber that Hawthorne has been in for the majority of the ship. Why can I not highlight, click, and drag? That Hawthorne has been in. And you can see that there's about 3 giant eagles' bodies at the helm of the ship. And his body looks like he was ripped through. He's dead.
Yeah.
God damn it. Chief, you have to lock it down. Nobody leaves the rooms. We have to make sure that this is... He looks out the door over at you two. In perfect Dwarvish, he'll look at you, Durin. You're not a snitch, right?
No.
All right, get in here.
Who would say yes to that?
Hey, it's a point of Dwarven pride. Snitches get stitches in Dwarven culture. And he'll ask you, is your friend cool?
Yeah.
Get him in here.
All my friends are cool. Don't worry about that.
Get him in, you two only. Nobody else.
All right. Barnabas, come on. We're good.
He locks up the door. The chief goes over to the stairs and blocks that off as well. The captain goes over to the body. Now, I'm sure you all can understand that what happened to Hawthorne, Lord Hawthorne, is an unfortunate accident, and we need to make sure that the other attendants or attendees of our trip are not taken aback by this, okay? Yeah, Hawthorne's dead.
But you don't know that yet.
I mean, I can't imagine that this is anything but a freak occurrence, Captain. I can't imagine that giant eagles is much of a assassination attempt with much success rate. I can't imagine anyone trying that. So, yeah. Can I do a medicinal look over his body
Sure.
just to make sure that everything lines up?
Yeah, go for it. Ooh. I whispered to you what you notice.
Okay.
So the captain, with you, drags his body inside, goes over to the chest, and, shit. Begins lifting it up and carrying it out.
Captain, I have both medical and clerical training. Would you like me to take care of the body for storage, prep it for storage? I'm assuming we won't be landing quickly.
No. We have somebody on my staff that'll be able to do that.
Of course, Captain. Just give you an offer in case you did not.
Yes. Do either of you have a means of cleaning up the blood?
Like rags or?
Yep. Mops it is.
I believe our other smaller friend might.
No.
Okay.
No one else in this room.
I'm just giving options.
Listen, if a dead noble happens and there's a group of untrained people utilizing powerful magics like he points at Durin, the authorities will have to investigate you. You don't know what they'll find, and you don't know if somebody of his family might point the finger and force them to find you guilty. You don't want this attention. Dwarves gotta look out for each other, right?
Hell yeah.
He offers you a fist bump, Durin.
I oblige.
You both hear from downstairs. What's all the ruckus happening up there? It's nothing. Go back to bed, Marquis. What? But I hear... What is that smell? One of the servants soiled themselves. Oh, that's unfortunate. Is their tum-tum upset? Do they need a cup of tea or something? Go back to sleep, Marquis. Fine, okay. So, I need a survival check from you guys to see how well you can clean up the body in the crime scene. Or, I mean, the untimely dead scene. 21.
Yeah, like this is the first crime scene I've sanitized.
26. Apparently both of y'all. Jesus. You guys took that don't get caught very seriously, didn't you?
We learned. That's the one thing we did learn.
Hey, he taught you athletics, but yes. Anyways, up on the upper deck, Lenny and Dresley. Both of you are standing there as Rosie hands over the musket to Gavrin, who then begins cleaning and checking it properly. You fired this from point-blank range, didn't you? Yes, I did. You're not supposed to do that. point blank is very bad for these types of weapons. You could have a recoil of the bulb if it hits into something hard. I wasn't shooting anything hard, I shot it into the neck. But still, you never know. It could be an awkward angle, and if it shot back at you, it would explode all over you. These things are horrible weapons. I told you, they're meant to be props. And I told you, even our props need to be combat ready. Thank you, though. Make sure you fix that up for me, Gavin. And the two of you, what can I do to make your stay on this ship more comfortable? I, for one, am very thankful for the assistance that you've given us. And as the number 2 of the vessel, I'm sure the captain would be more than happy to make special accommodations for you.
I nod towards first mate and say, very much appreciated. Mostly, I was just doing what is required of me to protect my I can't think of what the word would be. Lord, yeah. To protect my lord, as I kind of motion over towards Dresley. Say, there were dangerous creatures nearby. I simply couldn't stand idle.
Yes, and a clearly trained noble you are as well.
Well, if one is asking, I would be more... Since we were the ones that took down the beast, I motioned to the wyvern. Would it be alright if we prep it for storage so we can take it when we land?
Allow me to assist you in carving up the body. I believe we can make a special storage container in the left side for them. Isn't that right, Chief Engineer? Oh, no. That area is completely off limits right now. We don't have any special... I'm sure we can make a special accommodation for them, can't we? Give me 30 minutes. It'll take us longer than that to carve it up. Okay. And he'll look over at you, Lenny, very, sheepishly and looking down and leaving. Oh, and by the way, here, let me just show you guys. This is what he looks like.
It's a little Geppetto.
Yeah. With my very brief time finally seeing the engineer, I was hoping to get a look at him earlier. Could I make any kind of check towards whether I believe he is actually as timid as he seems, as I am one person who actually is somewhat timid, one timid gnome to another?
In that site.
All right, let's see here. 20. That's a nat 20. So I get a +0 to my insights.
Ooh, fuck yeah. Let me whisper something to you.
I finally get a whisper. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Let's go.
Leave the gnomes to suss each other out. Funny, you'd think a nat 20 would appear different than a normal roll.
It's that green.
Yeah.
It's the green corner.
That's advantage.
Yeah.
It doesn't do that because technically you cannot crit on a skill check
That's true.
by rules.
Stupid rules.
By the current rules.
Yeah, that's
Stupid.
also true.
It's always been that way in 5e.
Joey, you got
I
2
know.
crits as the birds. You know what the crits look like now. It completely highlights the box.
I know, but even if you don't
that's
treat
right,
the
yeah.
20s as a
I know.
20, it's a fucking 20! You know,
Yeah, I know. It
that's
should still be
huge.
celebrated.
This motherfucker rolls dirty 2s. Like, come on.
32.
And you can cross off, you have a second sus check on him.
Ooh, did we have a first already?
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
We did. Okay, cool.
That's your second on him.
All right. I guess should I roll survival with advantage because he's helping me?
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Lenny was your name, right?
Yes.
You're not going to let your lord do all the carving. Come on, help us out a little bit.
Of course. Sorry, my lord. And I'll come in, and I should actually have my little unseen servant Eddie kind of floating around somewhere still. He might have like maybe a few minutes left. I'll ask him to start helping assist, as well as I'll actually look at the first mate and say, I don't exactly have any of the utensils or tools to complete any sort of carving.
Charisma safe.
Christmas save.
Ooh.
All right.
Ooh, since it's happening in front of me, can I like roll to see why?
Oh, you'll see.
16.
16. You're kind of anticipating it at this point, Lenny, as seemingly from nowhere within his sleeve, he shunk, pulls out a skinning knife and hands it over to you. But when he pulled it out, it stopped like right in front of your cheek.
Oh,
Here you are.
thank you. I'll kind of like nervously laugh. And
Dresley, this
As
guy's good
I-
at sleight of hand.
yeah.
While we're carving this thing, does he like try to communicate me with like?
I think Lenny was still saying something.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
You weren't?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, go on then.
I was gonna wonder if like while we're talking, is he trying to feed me like information with like thieves can't or not?
Nothing like that is happening, no. But he is asking you about your lordship. So, the wilds. What a wonderful place to be from, you know? I've only ever interacted with a couple of different, full-blooded wild elves before.
You still have your teeth. Must have ended well.
I know better than to trust a fairy. They
Well,
told
does that trigger any? Do normal people know her, or is she a celebrity?
She's a celebrity now. I mean, she just hosted the Great Fae Crossing.
Right. That just happened.
And she is one of the most famous Fae because the Tooth Fairy. Everybody knows the Tooth Fairy.
Ooh, I just thought of something. When he threw out that knife, could I see like any markings on his wrist?
Ooh. Perception check. No, you can't. Alrighty. Be careful with the stinger of those things. Well, I'm sorry to say, my lord, but it would appear you weren't careful enough in the beginning with it.
That's what I get for going to the combat in a bathrobe.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure the combat came to you. What a strange coincidence, wasn't it?
Yes, well, we mostly were below deck. I was accompanying my lord while he was taking a bit of a drink to quench a bit of his thirst, and we had noticed some strange activity above deck. We decided to come take a look.
Decept that shun.
Can I say something before he rolls?
You can, you caught him.
Yes, we noticed. I had a bad feeling about. Well, I noticed some strange happenings going on. Hence why I pulled up with a knife.
You're being helped.
Alrighty. Advantage 23.
Ooh.
Not that you needed it, jeez.
Yeah, deception's my good charisma check.
Lenny may not notice shit very often, but he's very good at lying.
Yeah.
It turns out you two are a really good duo together. Oh. Well, I will say that is very timely and fortunate for us. I would have been, well, devastated if something bad would have happened to the captain. Because of my negligence. Now, below deck, as you guys are cleaning up and mopping the deck as best as you can, you hear the door handle jiggles as the captain excuses himself, goes over to the door. Hello? Captain, yes, I need through. 1 second. 1 second, everybody. He opens the door a little bit and starts speaking in a hushed tone. Darren and Barnabas, you can roll a perception if you would like.
I would.
I also would.
This is not a perception check that relies on sight, unfortunately, Darren.
But his googly eyes can see around and see their lips moving.
Yeah, is that how they curve
His
the
googly
eyes?
eyes see all.
I keep thinking of the Who Framed Roger Rabbit eyes.
I have 2 pairs of glasses. I could put one over each eye, one over each ear at the same time.
That's not how any of this works.
Prove it doesn't.
However, the two of you the two of you do notice a little bit of their quieted conversation. Gavrin, I need you to take this parcel and bring it downstairs. Yes, and don't mention it to anybody. We'll make sure it gets to its proper delivery location. Take this and take the other route down there. Nobody else is coming through this area until it's all cleaned up. Did something bad happen to Hawthorne? Just follow your orders. Very well, sir. The two of you hear that, and he does open the door up enough to pass the silvered suitcase over to the engineer. You also heard a jingle, I'll say, Barnabas, but you couldn't get your eyes on what it was. A little jingle, jingle, jingle.
Tingle, tingle, tingle.
So, after a while, yeah?
Is the chief still here, the security chief?
He's at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, okay, never mind. He's not in the room with us.
No, he's within earshot if you speak in a louder tone, but he's at the bottom of the stairs making sure nobody comes up.
Yeah, I don't want to do a raised conversation with him. It's fine. This requires more discretion.
Now, both parties finished their respective cleaning of carcasses and other choice things. Hawthorne's body is now properly disposed of, and the deck looks as clear and clean as it ever has.
Can you define properly disposed of?
Oh yeah, the captain got a duffel bag. Put the body and the innards in there. No. Hawthorne's duffel bag's still downstairs. This is just an empty one. And the chief engineer takes it downstairs.
The chief engineer takes the duffel bag downstairs?
Yep.
That seems awfully impressive for him to be able to carry that. Do you need some help with that?
I got it. God, I don't need anyone's help.
I mean, I'm more than happy to assist you. I don't want you to throw your back out or something. Are you sure you just don't want some...
I got it.
I mean, it just seems unnecessary to do it yourself. I'm right here.
Can we do an insight check to see if he does in fact got it?
You may roll an insight check for that, yes. Durin, it's a point of pride for the wee folk not to need the assistance of the tall people. He's gonna struggle the entire time, and it's gonna take him probably 10 times longer than it would take either you or Barnabas to get that body somewhere else. But it is a point of pride for the wee folk.
You're sure. I mean, I'm sure you've got much busier things to do with being such an important engineer on the ship.
The captain will place his hand on your shoulder. He has it.
Okay.
I could give you a spell so that you could do it easier by yourself.
I fucking got it. God, I don't need anybody else's help. Fucking got it.
I'm a strong, independent gnome, and I need no magic.
No magic man.
As he keeps dragging it away. All right. Well, everything looks cleared. Shall we go join our allies up top deck?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. You see, you guys up top, after you've gotten the body carved up properly, and Rosie begins taking it downstairs, the captain comes over to you all. You know, it is a sad day when life is lost. However, today was a great day, because I think some great people managed to come aboard my ship and are going to manage to have a fantastic time while they're here. He pulls out a bottle of whiskey. Dwarven whiskey from Europa. Aged 80 years.
Ooh.
Chief Brandis. Brandis pulls out tiny little cups for everybody, and he starts pouring them for each of you. Now, even though you travel with the dwarf, I don't assume you all know dwarven culture and custom. That much, do you?
I did a dwarven standoff once.
Good for
You
you.
didn't- You didn't know it was a dwarven standoff, Drizzly. I don't think that counts.
We lived through it.
No, we didn't.
Doesn't need to know that.
So, Lenny, you speak Dwarvish, right?
I believe so. Let me double check. Yes.
With the training in a language, I also grant people the knowledge of the culture around the language as well, because that's usually how you learn anyways, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have knowledge of the culture and the language. But anyways, we have an old saying. Dos danth fandon. It means when once someone is gone, we are all together. It is very important that we all stay together. Right? You watch my back, I watch yours.
Here's to that.
Cheers.
Yes, Captain.
And as you all sip this wonderfully aged whiskey, it is the most bold, smooth tasting whiskey that many of you have ever had before in your lives. To be fair, none of you are old enough to have had really, really nice whiskey, but this is really nice whiskey. You guys are still at the age where schnapps is good.
Hey, now, we lived in the Feywild.
God, don't remind me of that age.
There's no
Lenny
chance I
will.
did moonshine while I was out there.
Lenny's gonna chime into the captain next to him real quick after they take their drink and kind of whisper, I'm sorry to ask, Captain, but looks around the top deck. You said loss of life. What happened? Everyone seems fine.
These valiant birds. The eagle, the majestic symbol of our country.
Ah. Yes, of course. Can I insight check him?
Go for it.
Okay.
Can I insight Barnabas and Durin, because they were clearly gone for longer than they should have been?
Sure.
I want to see, like, does that, like, how do they react to him?
PvP,
You know what I mean?
Barnabas Durin?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. Durin?
I'm trying
Likewise,
to
I don't
help
care.
the situation.
Barnabas is like miming a whole bunch of nonsense towards the lower deck. Like,
Tresley, you can see there's something more behind what he's saying based off of their expressions. But Durin is, I assume, authentically trying to look like he's not paying attention to this. Because Dwarven culture, snitches get stitches.
Yeah.
However, Lenny, on a 5, this man is magnificently noble. He is so patriotic. He is kind. He is the epitome of what a good leader is supposed to be.
Captain,
So-
you remind me that certain creatures are ultimately innocent, and you still honor them, even though they were so aggressive towards you. He kind of salutes him slightly, tops off the rest of his drink. You're an inspiration, sir.
Thank you. As are all of you. It's not every day that common hirelings and nobles are capable of handling their own against such a prey. Anyways,
Can-
he'll slap
I
you.
incite that.
Go for it.
We showed off way too much power for him to think that. Dirty 20.
You finally got one. Dresley, I'm whispering to you.
Hooray! Damn it, we've only had one check on the captain.
There's a second part to this.
Ooh, a rare two-parter.
Anyways, Chief Brandis, if you'd be so kind, escort them down to their chambers, make sure everybody's okay, and then I'll be able to clean up the rest of the top of the deck alongside our first mate here. Lenny, he'll shake your hand. Dresley, shake your hand. Barnabas, he'll grab your forearm, shake it. Durin, same thing for you.
I assume our wyvern pelt and meat has already been taken downstairs.
Oh, yeah. Rosie is tending to all of that.
Okay, I just want to make sure he's not getting rid of it after I've been promised.
No. So, the chief is going to escort you all downstairs. Are you all doing anything along the way?
The Chief, we haven't seen much of you this voyage. Is our companion Pyre taking so much of your time? He can be exhausting at times.
He talks a lot.
It's the bonks in him, I think. It just really makes them talk a lot.
I'm a 45er fan.
Oh. Yeah, so you definitely aren't going to get along with him when it comes to that. Yeah. Why 45ers? Are you from that area?
My mom was.
Hmm. Yeah, well, now's a good time to be a 45ers. This is living in kind of the heyday right now, or this is the end of their heyday.
It's the end.
It's the
they're
end. It's
falling off.
after Young. Yeah. I'm sure they'll rebuild shortly. I mean, a team with that much legacy is bound to hold on.
Next year's our year.
Yes.
Next year's our year. Spoken like a true fan.
Yeah. They eventually lose that faith.
He'll bring you all downstairs where you see the Marquis is in the kitchen currently, who just looks at you all with his mouth full of cheese. Just a little midnight snack.
No, how nice. I'll turn towards the chief. He in many ways reminds me of Fire.
Roll me persuasion on that one.
While he's persuading, can I take a look at the Marquis to see if this was not just he was investigating the noise and
Sure.
not just getting food?
Insight. Oh, that doesn't yield anything, unfortunately. He's the easiest one to insight.
Check?
Huh?
Was the whisper you gave me before count as their second check for the captain?
Oh yeah, I think that's the second clear on the captain.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm.
Yes, Barnabas, you had a clear on the captain, correct?
Yes. Yeah, that's our second on the captain.
All right. But Barnabas, when you say that, you look over at the chief and you see his right tusk lifts a little bit in like a half smile. He's too stoic to really respond to something like that, but you know the type. Strong, silent. You have to read their face to know what they're thinking. But anyways, he brings you all over to your room. Here's your quarters. Best rest up, all of you. Tomorrow we're going to be having a nice feast early in the morning, and then we'll be descending down to our first stop by mid-afternoon.
Before he leaves, can I just kind of peek at, as we're walking and stuff, I want to peek at his hands to see if there's any, visible, damage or burns or anything like that. Anything that would constitute that he had physically gotten in a fight during that time.
Insight check. Or sorry, perception. Perception check.
Perception?
Yeah.
Ah!
9. His fists are kind of balled up, at the ready, and in an imposing fashion. It's difficult for you to really pick up on anything. So,
yeah.
He escorts you all over to the room, holds the door open for you, allows you all inside, and then closes the door, and you hear him heftily walking away.
As we were passing by the central room real quick, could I have taken a quick glance at this doorway down at the bottom of the stairs, walking past it? I wanted to see if there was any kind of sign of forced entry or if it's slightly ajar or anything like that.
Perception check.
21.
It was slightly open. By the looks of it, the latch of the door, those big metallic doors that you pull the latch and it actually heftily unseals it and you swing open. The latch was still placed, so it just was sitting on top of it. In addition to that, I'll also say that you hear, Lenny, a little bit of an exacerbated sigh from Chief Brandis as he heads down those stairs, and you can hear the door being slammed shut. He seemed annoyed that it was open. But not alarmed that it was open. Annoyed.
This is the same door where the engineer was, correct?
Correct.
All right, so the engineer most likely left it open.
All right.
Okay.
So all of you are back together, and you finally have the privacy of your quarters to speak freely with one another.
I will start to ritual cast detect magic real quick, just to make sure there hasn't been any divination spells cast upon our room. Now that they know we can cast spells and stuff.
And I will add that the whispers I add to each of you, remember, are whispers just to you. The other players don't know. Are you guys waiting the 10 minutes?
Yes.
I am.
I'm assuming Letty tells us what he's doing.
Yeah, I'll kind of mime it to you guys to kind of like hold on for a moment. I'll point at my book and kind of write it down real quick what I'm doing.
All right.
In the meantime, I'll just kind of thieves cant some nonsense to Dresley to make it at least seem like we're talking and chit-chatting.
Okay.
So funny because I don't know.
Combat veteran was taken down during a distraction. Like, this shit's going on.
So, during the 10 minutes, nothing occurs. Your spell goes off, and aside from the magic that you previously picked up on, there's nothing new afoot.
Okay. Okay.
And there was no magic in this room when you did detect magic, other than what your allies wear.
Right. Okay. I'll go ahead and give everybody else the green light. And then,
Oh, sorry. I misspoke.
You get another deep whisper.
I switched to the red light real quick. We're playing.
Red light, red light, red
We're
light.
playing Squid Game. Hold on. Nobody move.
There's divination magic coming from Dresley's dagger.
Hmm.
Son of a bitch.
I will message to Dresley that his dagger has some sort of divination cast upon it. He should probably get rid of it.
I put it in the haversack of holding.
And you no longer sense it.
All right. Now I will give everybody the green light. Well, that dagger had something on it, so they might be suspicious of us.
Well, I think a chief's job is to be suspicious.
That's true.
Except the chief didn't have time to cast anything.
And the dagger came from the first mate.
No, that was my dagger that I stole back from the captain. The first mate saw me do it.
I thought it was the dagger that the first mate gave us, which I'm pretty sure we returned then.
No, he gave you a different one for skinning that he had
Right.
on him. Yeah.
I
Right,
thought it was
okay.
the chief that took your dagger, not the captain.
When you first got on the boat, he hid away a dagger. The dagger he used in the fight was later taken by the chief of security, and then he sleight of hand took it back. What Dresley is saying is that it was very clear that the first mate noticed that he took it back.
Oh, the first mate noticed you took it back.
Yes, but didn't say anything.
With that,
Oh, go ahead.
sorry.
You go
Okay,
on.
with that revelation about the first mate potentially having some divination on the dagger, I will let you guys know what I might have gleaned about the engineer. That it seems like the engineer is very uneasy around the first mate in particular. He does seem kind of a timid guy, like he shows, but for whatever reason, the first mate really puts him off.
Well, with what he did with that blunderbuss, I guess I'm not surprised.
Well, if you're a good man, a strong man wouldn't be enough to cause you to be concerned. You'd actually feel safer.
Fair. Well, since two of you don't know, either Lord Hawthorne wasn't our suspect or didn't do it or is irrelevant because he was murdered during that fight.
And Baron immediately stabs Barnabas.
Just get stitches!
Darren, motherfucker just snitched.
Is that what the captain was talking about? You mean he doesn't care about the Eagles? Oh,
I mean, maybe the band.
Yeah, I'm excited.
No, he was putting on a show. He's very good, but I was able to tell he's hiding something worse.
Well,
Yeah, this.
Yeah. I
Where did-
also noticed on the body that there were burn marks near all the lacerations. And I'm going to tell you that probably didn't come from the Eagles. Unless they were wielding torches that I didn't see.
Were any of the burn marks around his chest?
Awful every day.
They were around all of his wounds, weren't they? Or was it?
He had one primary wound, which was like his stomach area, but he looked like he was ripped through by
Okay.
these eagles. Your medicine just yielded the burn marks around the skin where that originating area would have happened.
when you guys found him, was his weapon and his suitcase still there?
Suitcase? Yes, you did not see the revolver.
Yeah, yes to the suitcase, no to the revolver. The captain had, who took? Oh, did the captain take it, or did he give it to the engineer? No, he gave it to the chief, the security chief, didn't he? The box.
He gave it to the engineer.
Oh, okay.
You heard him have the quiet conversation between that and the
Oh,
duffel
that's
bag.
right.
Hmm.
They're taking it, presumably downstairs. He told him to take the other path to go down there, which means there is another way down there that we haven't found yet.
If I remember correctly, this latch here, it was small, but it didn't look like it had been opened or utilized recently.
Correct.
I don't remember if it was locked or it had like a padlock on it or anything.
It had a place for a padlock to go on it, but it didn't have a padlock on it.
Okay. I will share what I found while invisible because I haven't told anybody any of that yet either.
Share it.
I will say that it seems like these two doorways have some form of alarm cast upon them, that if they were to be opened, there's a likelihood that someone in particular would be notified immediately. I'm not quite sure who. It might be the captain, the chief, might even be the first mate. But there is another latch over here that did not seem to have anything on it, right? No alarm on this hatch?
Nothing like that on it, no.
Okay, I'll explain that and say it is a bit of a smaller hatch, but it is there. It also doesn't look like it's locked, but doesn't look like it's get used very often, but that does go below deck. I didn't really glean much from the top deck while I was up there.
I just thought of something. On our way in, the captain was escorting us. Since the gnome was carrying a full body in a duffel bag, would I have been able to notice any a trail of like blood droplets?
No. No, nothing like that would have been left behind.
Okay, so either A, did not go that way, or B, the blood was contained in the duffel bag.
Or C, somebody cleaned it up.
I guess the better question then is because they're not cleaning the entire kitchen to cover up a couple of splashes, or they didn't have time to. I guess, is there any like differentiation of the color lines or dust? I know I'm
For the sake
pulling
of
at straws here.
I understand. For the sake of clarification, these stairs on the first deck here lead down to these stairs here, which then these stairs inside lead down below deck. During the conversation, Barnabas and everybody else that was cleaning up the crime scene, they were inside here locked.
Oh,
The chief engineer was not allowed in here, so he could not have taken a direct path to get here, because the chief was blocking down here as well.
So there's some access on the deck.
Yeah, it was not on the top deck, and it wasn't on the bottom, or it wasn't in that chamber taking the stairs. You guys would have noticed a gnome struggling to pull a duffel bag with a dead body in it.
Gotcha.
Would the duffel bag look like it would have fit in this latch?
Yes.
This,
But again,
okay.
he could not have gotten down here without getting into this
through the
room.
stairs, right? Are these hatches here or just part of the
Hatches where?
this one right here?
Oh yeah, that's a hatch.
Do we see an opening to that one, like in the hallway?
Yeah, there's a ladder right next to your rooms.
Okay.
And we haven't seen it, but we assume that this is the captain's quarters.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm still kind of confused. So we were in this room here, which is on the mid deck,
Yes.
and the engineer was here outside this door.
Yes.
But isn't that the same deck as where?
No, that's a floor below. The floor with the cannons is the very top.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it
we're
is a
making
different
this.
floor.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is a
it
different
an
floor.
actual
Yeah, yeah,
different
yeah,
floor.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he disappeared somewhere on this floor.
Yes. Without being in this chamber.
Right.
Yeah. The left map is mostly just these two areas that are special.
Yeah.
Sorry, as soon as I put them down, they disappeared. I'm going to try to highlight them. Get rid of them.
They're there.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Ooh, question, because we probably would have seen this during the tour. Does the captain quarters have seeable windows through it, or is it completely like not seeable?
Completely sealed off. It has windows, but it has curtains drawn in them.
Understandable. Get some privacy.
Yeah. He's the captain.
You know-
He's going to get privacy.
Everybody's hanging out up here all the time.
You don't have spider climb, do you, Lenny? We can climb outside, look through a porthole.
I have a climb speed, and I can teleport 3 times a day.
That's much better. I don't have spider climb.
Dresley, you have climb speed. Let's go.
Why do you have climb speed?
I took athlete.
What?
Oh, I didn't know that
Thematic.
gave a climb speed.
Oh,
That
yeah.
gives you
Athlete's
climb
better
speed.
now.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, because nobody ever took it before.
I also got speedy, so it's 40 feet.
Oh, wow.
I took it in one campaign because the DM that I had loved the fact that I was playing a halfling and knocking him prone all of the time. He's like, you get to walk 5 feet. I'm like, you son of a bitch. So I took athlete and go, fuck you, 15, and just...
Question, does our room have a porthole?
It does, but it's currently a sealed porthole.
Okay, so not open all.
Oh, it's a window. You can see out there, and you can open up the window, but it has like a T-bar across it. With like bolts. It is bolted to the frame. It would take someone with power tools to get that off the wall.
Is it at like water height or water level?
Well, you guys are flying. This is an airship.
Oh, that's right.
But yes, where it would be water level. Yeah, if only you knew somebody
we
with
need
power
Pyre.
tools. Yeah. Which Pyre and Sybil are already asleep in bed. If you want them
You
to do
think-
anything, you have to just
Kappa
ask them.
lazy bums.
Yeah.
I gotta
We
imagine
have-
that would get pretty loud.
Sybil, fire. Go find the murderer.
Question. Pyre has mending, right?
Yeah. Probably.
No.
Yeah, he
I
does.
do.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Lenny does.
I was just thinking, like, how thick are these bars?
Oh no.
About an inch thick.
Trying to think of a way to saw off some bars so we could just put them back.
Does mending leave any like recognizable traces?
No.
Okay.
Mending fixes it.
I'm just thinking like Full Metal Alchemist, like.
Oh
Sign.
yeah, somebody
Alchemy.
trained can look and find it, but like
Okay.
somebody has to be looking specifically for it and be trained. It's the same thing like when you guys investigate something like magically something was fixed. You might pick up on
Right.
something because you understand how magic is fixed.
I have a thought. I don't think anyone has this, but I want to put it out there.
We like thoughts.
Does anyone have heat metal that we can put on a sword that we can just do it like butter?
I don't.
I do, but not prepared.
Damn. Okay. There goes that idea.
There's always tomorrow.
Yeah, but the captain's probably gonna be up on deck all night now. I think. Or we left the captain and the first mate on the top floor, correct?
Correct. They're cleaning up the rest of the blood from the eagle attack.
Okay.
You guys got the
have-
carcass done, but cleaning everything without prestidigitation takes
Okay.
hours.
I have a question. Can I see anything out the porthole that is something I could grab onto, like on the side of the ship, like a rigging?
Roll me a perception check.
I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to get used to stuff while I can,
Yeah, definitely.
while everyone's distracted. Natural one. I see nothing.
It's dark. Very
I
dark.
tried.
I got
Yes.
some other ideas.
Too dark.
Yeah,
I
Derek?
could try to use plant growth inside of the hinges and just blow them off that way.
We need to be able to put it back, Durin. I love the idea. Wait,
I don't
Durin,
like.
Yeah?
Durin, can you still wild shape today?
Yeah.
Do you think you could turn into a spider and go to the captain's quarters?
I could still cast
Right.
invisibility on you one more time too.
Heck yeah.
Visible spider with the loudest steps.
Spider.
Round two.
With the loudest steps. Yeah, you guys could try that.
I could also cast deafness on you instead and just make you think that you're quiet.
That's probably better because I will be humming my own theme music.
Doesn't make the word deaf to you.
No, it
It doesn't
doesn't.
make it any better.
No.
Have you ever met a deaf person? When they try to exclaim, they're loud as shit. Like,
There's a screaming
I won't
spider
know.
coming up
they
the
have to
stairs.
feel the vibration to know that they're making noise. Oh, that's great. In high school, my class was right across the hall from the special ed class, and there was this one deaf guy in there who was always super excited to see my teacher because she was the biggest sweetheart. And they would scream at the top of their lungs, and everybody would just be, "What the fuck?" And the assistant teacher with them had to like reassure everyone, like, "No, they don't know they're screaming, guys."
That's awesome.
It was great.
Okay, so, spider stealth check.
Spider stealth check. Are you invisible, Spider?
Yeah, I'll do it once you turn into a spider. You got an hour concentrating on
You
that.
have advantage on that, Durin. You could roll better.
I did not.
We'll take the 21. So, Durin. Do. You make your way. There's a porthole right here, on the same level of the deck as you're on.
Doing that.
Sleight of hand to open up the porthole.
No.
Wait, isn't that too close?
He said he's doing it. I'm gonna let him do it.
14.
You open it up. Durin, you get in here, and you see that the Duchess is sound asleep inside of her quarters, inside of one of those hanging hammocks. And there are 4 armed bodyguards within these hammocks as well, sleeping with their weapons sheathed on themselves.
This isn't where I want to be, is it? I go back out.
Alrighty. Do you close the porthole?
Let the bitch get a cold.
Roll me a perception check.
Does he have advantage because he has 7 eyes?
Let me just check what the spider's stupid. That's not
Well, when
What
you
you
wild
bet?
shape,
Oh,
it
yeah,
has
yeah, it's
your
fine,
mental
it's fine. I
stats.
forgot that
Yeah.
for a second.
So just roll a perception check, Darren.
25.
Perfect. You have to climb up.
21. 22, because I can't use guidance.
You have to climb up a little bit higher. I'll move you onto the other map. However, as you are scaling, you notice these windows have locks on the inside. Ooh, but wait. There's a rear balcony and a door, Durin.
Ooh,
This is about where the captain's quarters are.
let's try it. Let's at least peek in the windows first.
The windows are all drawn and they're locked on the inside.
Okay, let's go right into the door. Let's see if I can crawl under or...
Acrobatics check.
you
13.
pick.
Oh, that'll do it. You slip inside, and his room is admittedly magnificently well put together. The bed is large enough to easily support 3 or 4 individuals, but with dwarves, 2 people. The footlocker seems to be unlocked currently, and there's a vanity mirror that looks like it was haphazardly cleaned up not too very long ago. There's a journal sitting over on a desk that he has that has a small candle that's currently dimming down to its last little bit of legs. In addition to that, you see that there is this large table that has multiple maps, a scimitar, some map scroll tubes, and a lantern not currently lit on it. Aside from that, there's an additional bookshelf over here.
I am going to look into the diary first.
Crawl your
If
way
there's
on
anything
over.
of-
You get your first message from Lenny.
Yeah, I send message real quick just to kind of give a quick reminder and say, I don't know where you are, but remember, there's a lot of magical ceilings and alarms and such all about the ship. That's it.
Well, for now, I'm just gonna peruse the diary and just hope that doesn't go poorly.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
The
here comes
first
doors.
investigation of the campaign!
Jeez. Right. We're actually reading things now.
No,
One of the things I'm worst at.
I'm not there.
18.
Oh, you are...
15, no guidance.
Yeah, you are so reading this book. You climb your way up there. You sit right on the edge of the candle, looking into it. Oh, Durin, I got a whisper for you.
Chapter 1. Here are all my crimes.
Captain's
Chapter
very
2.
detailed.
Here's the crimes of everyone I know.
Chapter 3, Solve World Hunger. Tell no one.
Was that the Grinch?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Chapter 4, every victim on my ship gets turned into Soylent Green.
Tell people
wait.
and they just weirdly accept that one.
Wait a minute. This might be our third check on the captain.
Mhm.
Clear or condemn him.
Put this down as your third check of the captain, Durin. Reading through. Oh, I'll whisper.
Forget how many checks do we need to
3.
suspicion? Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's only when you cast the spell, so he can reply to you, no problem.
Yeah.
There you go, Durin.
But
That doesn't sound good.
is this confirmation though?
I'm telling you it is.
Okay then.
Yeah, that's what 3 checks nets you. Confirmation. It's a
I meant
mechanical tool for all of this.
I meant of the implication.
Oh, no. No, he's not clear of that, but he is clear of what I told you.
Okay. Alright. Then, if it seems like I still have time,
Roll me a perception check. Let's find out.
okay, find that. 16,
Googly eyes in spider form.
13.
So, looking around, you listen over at the door and you don't hear any footsteps currently. You're clear for a moment longer.
Alright, in that case, I'm going to check the chest.
Okay. You get over to it and you see the padlock is currently unlocked.
Alright, gonna force it open.
All right. With your little spider legs, athletics check.
That can't be good. Oh, that's not happening.
Hey, roll. A dirty 0. You're right. You are not opening that thing. Not like this.
I'm gonna just go right on over to the table with all the openly out stuff.
Alrighty. Investigation roll.
Oh, again with this crap? Okay, fine.
I know, isn't it great?
Oh, nice.
19.
Hey,
He always bitches about it, but like,
you're gonna put me out of a job here.
what is your purpose? You cast invisibility. And just...
You find a corner and sit quiet.
So, Durin, looking at these maps, there is a phenomenon that happens over top of this territory in the Americas, as they are. There are floating pieces of land that are omni-floating up there. They're always in the sky. There's no specific magic that keeps them in a floating state. It seems natural. Many of the time, those places, though, are completely ignored because, well, harpies call them home. But what you're reading in this is the captain has been putting in a lot of effort attempting to track down and find where the pirates are, where they might be located. He has checked quite a few different locations. However, he has circled one specific floating island. By the looks of it, it's about half the size of Spellington Heights, based off of this map's description of it. And it has 2 sky bays.
I'm sure that'll make more sense once I present it to the other members who do more thinking.
Now I need you to roll me another perception check, see if anybody's happened to come through. I'm telling you, when you roll low is when people are going to start showing up. 15.
20. Or 15.
Yeah.
Well, do you get the eye advantage while you're the goggles advantage?
I mean, I am
Or-
technically still wearing them.
We're going to have to
Does
look at
wild
your
shape
wild shape to
specify-
see if you maintain your magic items in that form or
That's
not.
a good question.
It does specify. I just can't remember which way it specifies.
I remember gear gets absorbed, but I don't remember how the magic works.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so let me clarify. The map, he's crossing off locations where she might be.
He crossed off places that he's already checked.
Nope, that's not it.
Yep, so 15. Or minus 4, so 11. Oh. Druid levels. Your game statistics are replaced by the beast's stat block, but you retain your creature type hit points, dice wisdom, class, languages, and feats.
Feats count in.
Addition to gaining the proficiencies of the creature. If a skill or saving throw modifier in the beast stat blocks is higher than yours, you use the one in the stat block. Objects. Your ability to handle objects is determined by the form's limbs rather than equipment falls to your space.
Any equipment the new form can't wear.
But the DM decides whether it's practical for the new form to wear a piece of equipment based on the creature's size and shape. Your equipment doesn't change size and shape to match the new form, and any equipment that the new form can't wear must either fall to the ground or merge into the form. I will say the idea of a spider with all the googly eyes is fucking hilarious to me. So yes, you maintain that in spider form.
Hell yeah.
Rule of cool still takes over. Fuck it. Like
That just makes spiders even more terrifying.
just imagine a spider with 100 googly eyes looking at you.
Now it's 200 googly, 200 eyes. Something, I don't know. Boo.
Eldritch horror just crawling through the floorboards. It just
So yes, you would have had advantage, which means 20. You're good. You can do another check in here, Durin.
The only other the books, I feel like I'd have to do too much lifting, so I'm gonna go check out the mirror,
All right.
and then I'm gonna immediately vamoose after that.
Okay. Ooh. What tool proficiencies do you have?
Herbalism and cooks.
Cool. I need you to roll me a... Are you proficient in deception?
No.
Straight wisdom check, please.
Uh, 24.
Oh, I'm about to whisper something to you.
Check number 4 on the captain.
That's what you see.
I don't like how a mirror has a whisper.
It's a vanity mirror.
I take some exception to that potentially, but I'll react to it later.
Okay.
Alright, and after that, I'm going to immediately vamoosify.
All right. You crawl your way back underneath the door frame. Out of curiosity, roll one more perception check.
Yeah.
Yep, they're not even coming back yet. Time to move you back over with your allies. So, Durin's been gone for quite a while at this point, everybody. Were any of you doing anything in the meantime?
Well, I want to run an idea past Barnabas and Lenny.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of pissed off the Baroness. Do you think a dinner over wyvern steaks would be a good way to make it up to her?
Do I know if wyvern tastes good?
Do I know if wyvern tastes good?
Dresley, I mean, probably. Like, that's so exotic. That's cool.
I'm not from nobility, but I'm from money.
You're from...
And I
I
do
know-
know that anything exotic adds to the meal, regardless of whether it tastes good or not. They'll lie to themselves just for the sake that it's rare.
Yes.
So I don't know if this will matter because of cultural, but I do know Draconic.
Oh! Oh, well, if you do know Draconic, I would like a history check between all three of you.
Anything tastes good if you season it right.
What'd you ask,
That is
Darren?
not true.
I just said anything tastes good if you season it right.
That is not true. Slugs are still slugs.
Enough barbecue sauce slugs are pretty...
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right? Lenny, the flavor is not very good, but in many noble circles, wyvern, if cooked expertly, is viewed as such an amazing delicacy. Mostly because the hint of poison that is always inside of it that does lead to, like, death of people if it's not properly cooked. But, you know, that just adds to the experience. Barnabas, there's an old saying that your dad used to have. The more monstrous the meal somebody tries to eat, the more evil they are. Now, you might not put a lot of faith into your father, but he does have more experience in life than you do. But yes, people with a lot of money like buying and eating things that are rare.
If she likes it, it might be a tip towards knowing something more about her. Or you could use this to gauge all of the
Or you
elites
could
on this ship.
potentially cause her death by accident if the food's not cooked correctly.
Durin just said he's got cooking supplies. Can Durin cook it with some special spice?
Probably.
I'll just prep lesser restoration. We'll be fine.
That works too.
So,
I think you should have a nobles dinner. Invite them all.
That's a lot of wyvern.
Well, how big was the wyvern we just killed?
large. You could definitely feed all of the nobles.
Maybe not the Marquis.
He might go hungry at the end, but
He'll want a dessert.
I suppose I'll get busy with my calligraphy and prep invitations and talk to the captain in the morning.
Yes. And while you're calligraphing, Durin crawls back in without making a noise to anybody other than Durin, who would have noticed.
Oh, hey, I'm back in the room.
welcome back.
Okay, guys. So, the captain didn't do it. I don't think.
Why do you say that?
Because he was too busy looking for pirates.
Love it. He's the one who cleared them.
So wait. Does he look for pirates while on these voyages?
I think so. That part wasn't entirely clear. But he has been looking into a specific group. And apparently he did something to piss him off. And then he wrote about how he lost the new singer. And that how it was supposedly the price of denying the pirates. In a way that, you know, makes you think it definitely wasn't him that did it. But it did happen.
Wait, the price of denying the pirates?
Those were his words.
So
Also, he has a fake beard.
That's
Is he even a dwarf?
That's what I was doing.
is he just a really tall halfling?
what level of insult is that in your culture, Durin? If
Don't
you
even
accuse
know.
him of that.
It's not insulting. It's unthinkable. Sorry, Joey.
I have a question based on that statement of denying the pirates, since I work for a criminal organization. To deny something means to get it out of their reach. Does the way he phrased that sound like, or just hid?
That you cannot infer from what he described to you, unfortunately. But
Okay.
it's... Yeah, what he told you is specifically what you have.
It was
Okay.
that losing her was the cost of denying the pirates?
Yes. That's...
According to him, at least. That's at least his interpretation.
That is Durin's interpretation of his interpretation.
Oh, wait a minute. Then that could also mean he was denying them another bounty, and she got caught in the crossfire.
Or
That's what I think happened.
okay.
Oh, also, and I'm going to describe the island that he had circled on the map to them.
Anybody have
Cartographers?
cartographers?
No, I have calligraphy supplies. Close.
You can
Such
write
a
really
sleep.
pretty.
Yeah.
I have a disguise kit.
You can make yourself look like a map.
Can I make well I wanted to ask two things.
Mm-hmm.
First off, Did he name the particular name of the pirates, or just refer to them as pirates?
If you ask, I will.
But yeah, I'm asking.
And they were the Sky Bay Pirates.
Sky Bay. Like that?
No, like BAY. Like
Oh, okay. So
Pirates dock at the bay.
simpler. Okay.
Ooh. Sorry, go ahead. You had a second.
Could I make 2 history checks or whatever kind of check to see if I can recognize the name of these types of pirates and the description of the island?
You may roll a history. Barnabas, you may roll a history with advantage.
Ooh.
I was gonna say, you have vehicle handling. You should know how to read a map.
Oh man, I'm doing worse.
Not terrible. 17.
All right.
Yeah.
So, because you have flying vehicles, even though it's not a thing in the game, you still have it as your knowledge. Lenny, any type of pirates that have like a resting point in their name usually points you in the direction of like they're set up, they're established. It's the same thing for outlaws, it's the same thing for criminal organizations, you know? If your name even sounds relaxed, you're established. You're something. Barnabas, though, because of your knowledge of it, you are always taught to stay underneath the first clouds. Clouds are exceptionally sharp anyways. You don't want to touch them. But if you go above them, sometimes in your area, the sky pirates might actually be out and about because it's too high up for many of the average authorities to be keeping an eye out on them, and because they like to go sky fishing. Very dangerous thing. And if there's anything else flying in the sky, those are always their first prey that they go after. They are an established organization that is probably a decade old at this point, now that you had the 6-year jump.
I'll share that with everybody else. They didn't steal sky fishing from Braska, did they?
They were inspired by sky fishing from a story they once heard.
About a
It
man
also
who
won.
caught a dragon.
I mean, that's the biggest catch, right? Like, just... Well, second biggest now, actually. Somebody caught an astral dreadnought while sky fishing.
Challenge accepted.
Judging from how Barnabas and the map from Durin and what we know of the... No, we would need cartographers to see like how close it is to our destinations, would we? Damn. Okay, never mind. Well, we have 1 dead, 1 cleared, and a bunch of other suspects. And we know there's a secret passageway to storage and a special west storage.
Whatever's happening, it seems the engineer is the one forced to do the dirty work of some of it, so he may know some information. Though I'm not sure he'd be willing to give it, as he's afraid of the first mate.
I just think we need to get into whatever that storage area is.
Mm-hmm.
They have to sleep at some point. They can't
I
stay
know
up all... There's not a second crew, right? There isn't a night shift crew.
Well, there is, but that's like probably like 1/5 as many people. Keep in mind, there's more crew than just the
Right.
4 of them. I
Yeah.
just have them NPCing like very generically. They're irrelevant. However, they do have a night crew. When the captain has to go to sleep, You being proficient in sky vehicles, usually the captain and the first mate are the two responsible for piloting something like this. Where it would be one is up for 6 hours before the other one wakes up, so that they have a 6-hour overlap of both working together, so that one can go to sleep for those 6 hours and then wake up for that second hour. So they work 12 hours at their post at a time and rotate 6-hour shifts of sleeping and on and off and patrolling, doing other things. So this would probably be, because the captain was already working and you guys have been on the ship for about 6 hours, you're not sure how they do it on this boat, but it's either the captain's going to sleep now or the first mate is going to sleep now.
Ooh, good question. What time is it exactly? Because we know we had the midnight's rest, so that.
Oh,
was
by
that
now
actually
it's
midnight?
like over 1 a.m. It's 1 or 2 at this point. Cleaning up a deck full of blood and guts and gore and.
Do we have enough time to try to sneak into storage and still get a long rest?
I am out of invisibilities.
Right.
You can certainly try.
During the antics with during kind of going into the captain's quarters until now, would I have had enough time to get a short rest to use my arcane recovery?
Yes.
All right.
All of you could have short rested while Durin was Spider Durin.
How many days is it to the first port?
Tomorrow night, he said. You'll be at the first port.
Okay. I think we have to do it tonight.
Okay, I have 1 second level spell back, so I can use invisibility once more.
I have 1 channel divinity back and my health. And I've my 3 teleports still.
I know you said that there was the DM decision to use, like, if you have proficiency in Thieves' Tools and Arcana to kind of potentially get around alarms.
Yeah, you can disarm them.
Would Lenny actually know about that potential?
100%. You're skilled in both. It is a feat to accomplish. It's not an easy task, but you can. Because this is kind of you tinkering your way through a dispel magic, right? So
And
it's not
Dresley
something
can
you
definitely-
easily quickly do, but it's something you can do over the course of, like, say, 10 minutes.
And Dresley can also assist you with the physical aspect because he can pick thieves' tools too.
Nice.
I will tell you, it is in kindred spirit to disarming a bomb without that big of a cost. Like, if you fail.
Right.
You set off the alarm, you don't blow up.
Yeah, you don't immediately
Right.
die. You roll initiative.
Right.
No Indiana Jones chase from the giant sphere afterwards.
Yeah. Not here, at least. Not here.
Yeah.
And I will also be putting on my armor and taking my sword out.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
will
not not walking around naked again.
I'll also put on my studded leather. If actually they confiscated all of that, so I don't think I have my.
No, they didn't take your armor. They took your weapons.
Oh,
And they put it
Oh,
in the storage room up here.
I'm gonna put it back on then because I was in that.
Well, you're
fight
gonna
with
have
no
to.
armor.
You're gonna have to sneak into it over there to pick it up.
I'm gonna listen at the door.
Oh,
Does
here.
it sound like the Marquis still out there eating?
Perception check. It's not that difficult of a check.
But yeah.
Oh, question. While he still had detect magic up, could I have pulled my knife out and seen if it was still glowing? The divination.
After 10 minutes, it still would have been glowing. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll leave it in there. Damn it.
The Marquis was not in that chamber any longer.
Are we doing this?
So we can put our armor back on, but we're gonna need to get our weapons. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. The weapons would be up here then.
I thought we were doing a stealth mission.
We are. But I lost my only freaking weapon. I can't throw hands.
I'll smite a motherfucker.
Yeah,
I actually can't. I'm out of spell slots.
Oh yeah, you can't even smite slap. Yeah. Though smite slap is funny as shit.
Actually, Lenny, if I could... No, they took our weapons.
Yeah,
No one has them.
I didn't have that dagger to give to Barnabas.
Can I pick up a knife from the kitchen and use that as a dagger?
So the kitchen is right next to the storage room that has your weapons in it.
Oh, okay.
Might as well just go in there.
It's 10 feet further away to go get your weapons than the kitchen.
Okay.
And I don't think the storage room is locked because that's our room.
Correct.
All right, well, I'm ready if you guys are.
I'm ready.
So what are we actually planning to do?
So as we're ready to go, I'm gonna burn my racial and cast Pass Without a Trace. And
And Durin and I have advantage.
He was
because of
still
our boots.
talking. He was still talking.
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
and it feels more like you've walked into the shade, like a shade of a tree, kind of covers all of us, and we all just go into a little bit lighter or a little darker area as shade out of nowhere comes in to block the light and make us a little easier, a little harder to see.
Perfect. Well then, everybody, we're going to end tonight with all of you rolling your stealth check. And when we come back next week, hopefully you can find your way down below deck and see what might actually be happening.
Alrighty.
So go ahead and roll, and then we're ending it. 17, Durin. Good shit.
I did only roll once for me.
Are you wearing armor that would give you disadvantage?
Nope, not anymore.
I don't know. Roll again.
All right, so that's
Wrong
29
S word.
plus
Wrong
10.
S word. Wrong S word.
Oh.
Oh.
That's 31 with the plus 10.
That's still the wrong S word.
You keep it
God
survival.
damn it, I keep clicking them. I'm gonna be so mad. It's gonna
Keep doing it until you get that 20.
23 with the plus 10.
Let's see here.
Or 24. The first one was better.
31.
Yeah, that's what 31 looks like.
All right, so group average.
Did Barnabas roll?
Yeah,
Yep. Group average of
Where?
24.
I got
Nice.
I got a 14.
You got a
That was
24, sir.
Well, 24, yes, because I'm not wearing armor currently, so I don't have.
Yes.
One
So
last thing, I'll cast Detect Magic as we start to go out. I'm afraid they're going to have more divination stuff now that there was some aggression.
okay.
I'll burn that spell slot, but I've got that Detect Magic going on.
30-foot radius.
Yeah.
Good. Well then, when we come back next week, we'll continue your search and journey. Thank you all very much for playing. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time. See ya.
Yep.
I
Have a good night, guys.